Hi guys, today we're going to talk about combinations. So when I talk about a combination, it's a selection of items where the order doesn't matter. So you want to see how many of the total objects you can get in certain groups that they give you. So we talked about factorial last time, and you can see that the formula kind of stays the same as far as having factorials in it. You'll notice also n's and r's are still in it. So remember, n is your total number of things, and R is how you're grouping them. Okay? So the only thing that's really different in this formula is this gets added in the front, this R to the factorial. So again, you're going to see something similar like this, except instead of a P for permutations, it's a C, but we're going to plug those pieces in. So I want to go through a couple examples with you so you can kind of get the hang of how this works. So here is an example where we have it worked out. So on this, I have a pear, peach, plum, mango, banana, apple, orange, pineapple, pomegranate, and a strawberry. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 pieces that are going to be part of this group. So that means my N is going to be 10. I have 10 items. They want us to select these in groups of 4. So that means that my R is 4. So that means on this, I'm going to plug in 10s into these two spots. And I'm going to plug in R's of 4 into those spots. So you can see they've plugged in a 10 here and here, and my 4 is here and here. So we kind of go through and do the same thing we were doing before and kind of expand it. So if it's 10 factorial, you know that, oops, I guess we should simplify it a little bit first, because right here we have 10 minus 4, right? So that's going to be 6. So 10 factorial is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the bottom, I'm going to have 4 factorial and then 6 factorial. Now, the good news is once I get done, I can kind of see these line up. And that part's pretty good. Then I have components that are left. So I can see I have this part on the top. So I have 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, which is 5,040. And on the bottom, I have this 4, 3, 2, 1 piece, which is 24. And if I divide that out, that's 210. That means there's 210 different ways or combinations I can take these 10 fruits and put them into groups of 4. So that's kind of, it's very similar to being able to use that and be able to kind of work your way through that. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this with a few more. So I have a list of students that are here. I have Cassandra, Aaron, Sarah, Frederick, Michelle, Jenny, Russell, Linda, Heather, and David. So looking at that group, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my N is 10. I have 10 in my total group, and they want me to see how I can do them in different assortments of 9. So my R is 9. So that means that I'm going to go ahead and plug it into this formula. So that means 10s are going to get plugged in here, and 9s are going to get plugged in here. So 10 factorial, 9 factorial, and then 10 minus 9 in here. So I know, obviously, if I do 10 minus 9, that's only going to be 1. So it looks like this. And if I do 10 factorial, that's 10 times 9 times 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the bottom, it's going to be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 1 factorial is only going to be 1. So I can see in this that I have components that cancel. So on the top, you're just left with 10. The bottom, you're just left with 1. So you're going to have 10 left over. So that means there are 10 different ways that you can write those 10 names in groups of 9. Okay, let's look at one more. So I have the numbers of 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So I have 5 total numbers, and they want to see how I can group them in groups of 2. So R is 2. So let's see, 5 factorial over 2 factorial, 5 minus 2 factorial. So I know in this 5 minus 2 is going to be 3. Okay, so let's expand. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the top. On the bottom, I have 2 and 1, that's the 2 factorial. And then I have the 3 factorial, which is 3, 2, 1. So I can see how those cancel. So on the top, 5 times 4 is 20. On the bottom, it's 2 times 1, which is 2. So 20 divided by 2 is going to be 10. So there are 10 combinations of ways that you can write that. Okay, we'll see a few more of these in the next one.